Imagine you are standing in a field. The sun is going down. You have enough food to last 3 days. About a mile away, there is a forest. Inside that forest, there might be more food, enough to last a month. But there are also predators in that forest, and the path is uncertain. Do you go? Or do you stay where you are, protect what you have, and hope 3 days is enough? Your ancestors faced this decision every single day. And the ones who got it wrong did not survive to pass their genes on to you. The ones who survived were the ones who learned exactly how to balance risk and reward under conditions of radical uncertainty. They became the greatest natural investors who ever lived. And their strategy is encoded in your biology right now, whether you know how to use it or not. This is not a video about stock picks. It is not about index funds or crypto or real estate. It is about something older and stranger than any of those things. It is about what 200,000 years of survival decision-making can teach you about the single most important financial skill you will ever develop: knowing when to act and when to wait. The field of evolutionary finance is still young, but its core insight is already reshaping how the world's best investors think. The researcher and author William Bernstein, who spent decades studying both neuroscience and financial history, made an argument that stopped the investment world in its tracks. He said that the human brain is a nearly perfect instrument for making survival decisions in a dangerous prehistoric environment, and an almost perfectly terrible instrument for making investment decisions in a modern financial market. The gap between those two things, he argued, is where most people lose most of their money. So what did your ancestors actually do? How did they make decisions under uncertainty? And what can that tell you about what you should do right now with your money? The first lesson is about diversification. And it goes back much further than any financial textbook. Your ancestors did not eat one thing. They could not afford to. If you committed everything to hunting one animal and that animal migrated, you starved. If you planted one crop and the rain failed, you died. The survival strategy that worked across almost every ancient culture on Earth was spread. Hunt multiple animals. Gather multiple plants. Camp near multiple water sources. Never let the failure of one thing destroy everything. The anthropologist and foraging expert Hillard Kaplan spent decades studying modern hunter-gatherer societies in South America and documented something remarkable. The most successful groups were not the ones with the best hunters. They were the ones with the most diversified food strategies. The best hunter in the group brought in spectacular returns on good days. But on bad days, injury, bad weather, unlucky tracking, the group that depended on that one hunter suffered badly. The groups that spread their effort across many sources, even when each individual source produced modest returns, consistently outperformed over time. You already know the financial translation. Do not put everything into one stock. Do not build your entire financial life around one income stream. Do not bet your future on one outcome, no matter how certain it feels. Your ancestors paid for this lesson in blood over thousands of generations. The principle is already inside you. The question is whether the modern world has distracted you from it. The second lesson is about time horizons. And this one is harder. Your brain was built to think in seasons, not decades. Your ancestors planned for the next hunt, the next winter, the next dry season. Thinking further than that was not just unnecessary, it was cognitively expensive in a way the brain resisted. Why spend mental energy on a future so distant it might never arrive when the immediate environment demanded constant attention? This is why watching your investment portfolio every day is one of the most financially destructive things you can do. The psychologist and Nobel laureate Daniel Kahneman demonstrated in research with his colleague Richard Thaler that investors who checked their portfolios most frequently made the worst long-term decisions. Every dip triggered the ancient loss aversion response. Every red number felt like a predator on the horizon. Every down day sent the prehistoric brain into emergency mode.